Dear boomers, is technology a friend or an enemy to you? Do you find technology to be very difficult? A lot of people my age do find it to be so bad that to the extent that is probably why so many nurses have retired from nursing, because there was a mandate, and I believe that mandate was set at 2000, the year 2000, to put computer charting in every hospital in America. And that became a problem because the technology was often completely hard to take. So I did get involved in setting up some of the technology so I would know how to use it at the time. But now we're in a different era of technology. I mean, the computer charting was one thing, and now we are entering the world of tech as I set up different models that I want to use going forth in my online business. For instance, whether to use Vimeo or another venue to set up my shows on the YouTube channel. And the one technology company has eluded me at the moment, but whether to create another YouTube channel for the shorts that I create, how to set up a membership site for seniors, which I call Inspired Senior Health and Mindset, and how to do that, whether on my owned asset, as Dean Holland calls it, which is my WordPress blog, or on a site called Thrivecart, which I have instructions for how to do that. But I would prefer to set it up on my website because I own that. Although, if there's a major problem in technology, if everything goes down, I believe my WordPress blog would also go down too, in terms of some sort of some sort of cyber hit from God knows where. So let's see, what other things am I struggling with here with as far as technology goes? I don't want to overthink anything. I think when I start overthinking anything, that is an excuse not to do something. And I like to have an overview of what I'm doing so that I can look it all over and decide whether one thing actually fits into another. One thing I was struggling with as to would a membership site actually be viewed as a lead magnet. That was another consideration I was thinking about this morning. A lead magnet, on the other hand, if no one knows who's watching this, is when I offer something to you, and specifically when I start doing Facebook lead ads, I need to have a lead magnet that would be something that answers problems within the senior community. This morning I got a publication from the AARP talking about spam targets that specifically go after senior citizens. But that's not a lead magnet. That's just something that scares the heebie-jeebies out of everybody. I don't want to be somebody who just scares everybody, and that's the opposite of what I do. But it is interesting to know what kind of spam. Is it scams? The scams that are out there targeting specifically seniors. And as seniors, and I'm going to get down a rabbit hole here, as seniors we have to be very, very careful of the scams out there that are targeting us. Apparently at the time of today's April 15th, and it's tax day, and the scammers are out there circling the wagons of people who are not tech savvy, as it were, or perhaps I read something about one of my affiliate system members, whom we've all gotten very close to one another, he said that his wife likes to have certain groups on the internet and chatting here and chatting there. And this one man she connected with, and he was saying, well, I'm out of the country, and my daughter is in America, and her birthday's coming up, and I need some money to give her a gift. And of course, that is a big red flag when it comes to being able to recognize a scam. Well, anyway, she said no. They tried to shut him down. And he said, I'm going to take your pictures that I get off the internet, make them, I'm going to Photoshop them, and put them into pornographic situations. And he just threatened her. And I forget how I think they were successfully able to block him and maybe even call the police. That is so crazy, so be very careful of these scam artists. I'm not trying to scare anybody. I know the day after my husband died, I got a call saying that the cops were going to come after me because somebody had stole my identity, and I actually fell for it. $4,000 later, I was able to put an end to it. And also, when they say gift cards, that might be an old scam because everybody caught on to it. But this was about 4.5 years ago when they were saying that I needed to give them some gift cards, which now I don't even think you can get away with it. So they always come up with new scams to target the elderly population, and watch out. That's all I can say. So that's why it's even hard to do business online, because everybody's afraid that you're trying to scam them. So it's very important. That's why we have to have online visibility. That's why I'm creating a YouTube channel, so that you can get to know me and get to like me and get to trust me. YouTube might be the best way to do it. Now, of course, I'm told that I have to create a new YouTube channel for my shorts to separate them out from these longer videos that I'm making. And the reason for that, I don't really know why. I think the reason is we want to keep the long form videos, attract my subscribers to the long form videos, and make the short videos for another channel, so that I guess it satisfies my need to make short videos and not mix them up with the long videos. As far as I'm concerned, I love the short videos, but I'm going to listen to my coach on that and make a new YouTube channel for my shorts. So but the shorts can go all over the different social media. And that's one good thing about the shorts. You can put them on Facebook. I have several Facebook pages. It can go on Instagram. It can go on Twitter. And it can go on LinkedIn. And it can go on TikTok. The interesting thing is I've had these sites set up for years. When I got involved in internet marketing back in, I think it was 2010 at the most, joined Twitter, joined all these, there was a place called Second Life where we joined with our internet marketing mentor, and we created an island, and we'd sit here and ask him questions. And that was my first experience of really creating a community around the internet marketing community. We just loved it. And then some kind of rogue group got in there and completely destroyed the site. And so that was, and then of course now that site, the whole platform is destroyed. Not because of us or because of our group, but just in general, it was just too much dark energy in that site. And as Twitter has become a lot of dark energy, and especially all the panic around everything that takes place on Twitter, makes it a very difficult site to visit anymore. And I really can't necessarily blame Elon Musk, but a lot of people do. I don't know. Basically, I like social media. I have been toying with it for a long time, and now it comes down to the fact that I am using it for a purpose, to show my face so that people trust me, not to scam them. And maybe that's the whole point of doing this social media stuff, is to make sure people don't think you're going to scam them. And that's why it's going to be difficult to do ads, because you're really hitting a cold market. But I'm going to be targeting seniors in those ads, and somehow, you know, if a senior needs a business to put up their flag on, I can offer it for them, and then create a community where we discuss our greatest interests, and our loves and our fears. Because if anybody's going to get involved in an internet marketing business, we have to confront our fears. We have to confront our thoughts. The thoughts that we think, we have to be conscious of it all the time. We have to be conscious as to how we treat other people, and we have to be conscious of our own heart. Last week, I purposely stayed away from the news, but then a friend called me and started ranting and raving about what had happened at the end of the week concerning Iran and Israel. And I personally did not know about it. And I wish this sort of thing would end now. We have to stop these wars. Stop the wars now. And one thing I have to say back, I always keep saying that my family was very involved in the civil rights movement, but we were also very involved in the anti-Vietnam, stop the Vietnam War movement. And that was a very, having all of these things going on that were very negative. The protests were not negative, but the terrible war in Vietnam and the discrimination against our African American brothers and sisters. And I'm so happy to look back on that era and know that I did fight the good fight. But now I'm afraid we're going to have to fight a little bit of the fight too. And I could actually do some YouTube videos about some of the protests that I attend. I did that with the Occupy movement in Lancaster, and that actual video got a lot of hits. I never thought I'd be saying this at my age, but here we are. And please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you on the other side. Bye-bye.